Good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday, September the 18th, yes, that's right, September the 18th, 2018. You're listening to RadioFreeRadford.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Radio Free Radford and Twitter on Radio Free Ready and Instagram on Radio Free Radford. Alrighty, this morning, folks, we've been stepping out and about. We've seen some sunshine finally. We've been needing to see that because, I don't know about you, we feel like we've been waterlogged for the past several days. We'll get into a forecast out about 80 degrees today, mix of sun and clouds. Overnight low of 60 degrees tonight. We'll be seeing that winds remain out of the northwest about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Alrighty, this morning we are starting off a new guest with us. Today we've got Chase Wayne from Rock TV. He's going to be I'm going to be asking him a few questions about what Rock TV is. First of all, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here with us this morning. So tell us, first of all, where you're from, your major, and what year are you?
Okay, well, I'm from Mooresville, North Carolina. For those of you who don't know, it's of course in North Carolina. It's above Charlotte, about 30 minutes north. And I'm a media studies major with a concentration in production technology with a minor in cinematic arts. And I'll be graduating in the year 2020.
Alrighty. And of course, you are the new executive producer here on Radford on Camera.
Right.
So exactly, what is Rock TV?
Well, Rock TV is a student-run organization where our primary goal is to help train students for, once they leave college, whether it be for TV production, whether it be for just their own stuff they like to do. So we primarily help them with camera work, editing, software like that, and help them do just little short stories that they like to do, and just help them and mold them into video production majors that they like to be.
Alrighty. And how did you hear about Rock TV?
When I first heard about Rock TV, I was a freshman here at Radford, like any other person would. And my first year, I didn't actually join, but just because I was just so busy with all my other schoolwork, I was just trying to figure out a good rhythm. Mm-hmm. But I was really interested in it at first. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I just didn't get involved my first year. But come my sophomore year, I got more involved with it. And I really enjoyed it. It was not what I expected. The new EP, her name was Annie Schroeder. She was phenomenal at her job, and just the whole atmosphere of us being in our meetings and stuff we produced. It's something I really cherish, and it's something I really enjoy. Mm-hmm.
Well, like you said, it sounds like the production's a smooth going organization. Of course, I'm part of that as well, doing the weather new this year as a freshman myself. And, of course, like we said, you're the new EP. What exactly is the EP? I know people say EP. What does it exactly mean?
Well, EP, for those who don't know, it stands for the executive producer. In short, I'm basically the boss. I have the final say in what we produce and what goes on our websites, on our Facebook and our YouTube, just because I need to be able to manage what appropriate stuff that we produce and stuff like that, so we can't have anything that be frowned upon or stuff that would just reflect badly on us as an organization or in turn the university. So basically, I'm the boss.
Okay, well, it looks like you've got some big shoes to fill as this is brand new to you, and you're a sophomore, like you said. So
oh, no, I'm not a sophomore. I'm a junior.
Oh, wow, you're a junior then.
Yeah,
so
I'm a junior.
That's correction on my part. But anyway, here. So again, as we were starting to wrap up this, what are some advice you would give some freshmen like myself?
Study. Be very committed to your work. Don't slack off. Don't procrastinate, because if you do, you'll fall very, very far behind in your schoolwork. And have fun. College is a very amazing place. You'll meet a lot of new people. Mm-hmm. You'll experience new things, mm-hmm. and you'll discover yourself along the way. It's a very freeing experience for most, but mm-hmm. I just say just go out and have fun and enjoy living your life here at college.
Alrighty, sounds like some good advice. And of course, we are. You mind if we stick around? We're going to add a little bit of collaboration together, if that's all right with you.
That is perfectly okay.
All right. Of course, yesterday we were so busy with the hurricane coverage last week and stuff like that, and I found out yesterday was Constitution Day here in America. Exactly. So, a lot of the history classes. What does Constitution Day actually mean to you?
I didn't know it was Constitution Day. So, Constitution Day wasn't mean to me. I'll be honest. I'm not huge on history mm-hmm. or anything with all that, so I really don't have an opinion on what I think about it, but I don't know, what you tell me.
Well, Constitution obviously here in America, it's one of the famous documents that was written earlier in the 1700s or late 1700s, early 1800s, I think it was. And of course, it gives us, freedom of speech and stuff like that as well. I'm a little bit of history geek as well, but again, I didn't really, pay attention. We were so busy covering, that stuff with the hurricane and everything like that. And also another thing, I don't know if you knew this or not, this actually is Suicide Prevention Month, if you didn't know that.
Oh, all right.
So, and we are going to give a little bit of statistics on what exactly this day is. It's observed, the day was observed last week, actually. And obviously, so we were busy covering hurricane coverage, but it's such something that people, it's one of those situations that you don't want to find your ever self in, obviously. And, and I saw research this. I was doing some research yesterday, and did you know that nearly 3,000 people commit suicide a year? Like, that's kind of a high.
That's high and terrifying. Like, for people who do stuff like that, like, I don't know what to say, honestly. It's just something that's so horrible and stuff that people don't think about. Like, oh, just suicide. Like, people do it, but for those who, like, their families and stuff like that, for them it's like the most shocking because they don't see sometimes the symptoms of like what happens to their family members who are on the verge of about to do it. Like, they'll not notice anything. Like, they'll see no signs. To them, it'll just be a normal day, and the next thing you know, bam, something drastic happens, and they're gone. So for families in that situation, my heart goes out to them because it's not an easy thing to go through.
Oh, no, it's not. And again, there's a lot of ways people can get help. You obviously seek a guidance counselor or some.
Just seek help wherever you can get it. Like, talk to a family member. Though I know most people would find that like it's really hard to talk to a family member about so serious stuff. But I mean, just talk to somebody. Somebody is better than nobody.
Right. And so again, obviously, like you said, seek help wherever you can find it. Anybody is willing to listen to you if you're going through something like that as well. And of course, we're going to continue this history theme. Even though this is more of a weather segment, this kind of relates into it. Do you know where you were 14 years ago yesterday?
14 years ago today.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, I was 14 years ago, I was 6 years old. No, I can't tell you where I was.
Well, believe it or not, we had there were some tornado outbreaks that occurred in Southwest Virginia, and two of them were in Henry County and Franklin County, which is 2 hours south from here. I was 4 years old. I barely remember this event, but I do remember coming home from a daycare center. They had sent the students home because there was tornado warnings issued. And they were, as a 4-year-old child, something like that's trying to go through my mind, trying to figure out what's going on. But research yesterday, I saw that there was 2 EF2 tornadoes in that southern Virginia, as well as an EF1 in Campbell County, which is a little bit near Lynchburg area. And then again, there was an EF0 reported on near Pittsylvania County, near the city of Danville, south of this area as well. So anyway, this was all part of a hurricane. And, believe it or not, we were very thankful this hurricane did not produce any tornadoes.
Absolutely.
But yesterday there were a few reports of tornado warnings around the area. But again, we're kind of thankful that we missed the severe part of that as well. I don't know about you. Have you checked out the New River here lately?
I have not yet this year. I just haven't had time to go down and check it out. Like, I know a lot of students go down there every once in a while. I've been wanting to go tubing just because I've been to before, and it's very relaxing. Just let the river just take you. And it's go out with some friends. It's a fun time.
Right.
But I really want to go out there now that you mention it.
Well, unfortunately, we've got the New River is expected to crest up to 20 feet.
20 feet
tomorrow, or late tonight and tomorrow, because we saw so much of the rivers are starting to swell up, and just all that water has to go somewhere at some point in time.
That's
so
crazy.
I'm going to advise you all just please stay off the New River. It's if it's getting that high out there, it's no risking lives. No point in doing that. And as I'm sure you've many heard before, you never want to go around a flooded road, turn around, don't drown, if you're familiar with that saying. But anyway, maybe next week, if you want to go tubing or so, the weather's going to be hopefully cooperating, a little bit cooler, and 70s are expected. I'm sure most of the people are excited about that, expect to get rid of this hot heat that we've been seeing for the past several days. And also, you do much sky gazing, looking at the stars by any means?
Whenever I feel like it. I mean, you caught me off guard there. It's like stargazing and I just look at the sky. I mean, from time to time, yes, I guess I'll find myself looking up at the sky. The last time I guess I could really say I was stargazing was last year when me and a couple friends, we were up at like 3 a.m. and had found out that there was going to be a really good meteor shower right above Radford. And we had to go out and find a very dark place where it wasn't polluted by light and stuff like that. So that night, and like around that 3 a.m. time, we were just out there with a blanket, all of us, and we were just out there watching like quite a lot of shooting stars. It was very beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I sometimes occasionally will do it, but maybe not at 3 a.m. But if you didn't know, this month it's the full harvest moon. It's for the month of September, and you can go out there and look at it. And sometime this month, I believe the full moon will take place later this month, actually. So again, it'll be the full harvest moon, and it occurs closest to the autumn equinox, which is this coming Saturday, actually.
That's awesome.
So we are getting very close to that. Most years it comes in September, but it occurs in October as well. And again, the farmers can harvest late into the night by the light of the moon, which again will be setting later. And of course, have you been noticing it's been getting dark very early here lately, hasn't it?
Not yet. Like I know that it does get dark earlier, like later as we go throughout the school year, but like I haven't noticed it yet. Like normally, like I'll be like inside and I'll be like, okay, it's around this time, like say 6 or 7 o'clock. Is it darker yet? But no, I haven't quite noticed it yet.
Well, believe it or not, actually, we've lost about 30 minutes of daylight getting towards the end of this since school started, actually, because we're getting very close to that time peak where we flip our clocks back. I don't know about you. I like that time here because you gain the extra hour sleep.
Of course,
because you, in the springtime, you lose an extra hour, but you get an extra hour of sunlight at nighttime. So that's a good thing about it as well. All right, folks, people are wondering when we're going to get off the air, but we appreciate Chase coming on this morning. We're glad that you were able to take the time and speak with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
All righty, you're very welcome. All right, folks, you can catch Radio Free Radford on RadioFreeRadford.com. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Free Raddy, Instagram Radio Free Radford, and on Facebook. Like us, tweet us, hashtag us. You know the routine by now. And if you want more weather information, you can head over to RUWeather1 on Twitter and Instagram. And today's show line, folks, if you're wondering who is coming up later today on Radio Free Radford, you can catch Corey Dembeau coming up here in about quarter till the top of the hour. He'll be on from 11 to 12. Allison Shiner and Jesse Taylor will do their collaboration show between 1 and 1:30. Carl Miles will be here from 3 to 3:30 in our brand new edition of Summer Speech from 4:30 to 5. As you can tell, Chase, we've got a busy day here on RadioFreeRadford.com. If you haven't listened to it yet, I would advise you to go ahead and take the time to do so. If you maybe for going between classes, or if you're just out and about trying to figure out what to do, listen to some great hits we have here. And you're going to just listen to it. That's all I have to say, folks. Well, we hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. We're getting close to the weekend again. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the weekend.
Yeah, me too, man. It's been already a long week. It's only Tuesday.
That's right. It's only Tuesday. All right, folks. We'll see you later.